Hi, welcome to Peace Donkeys. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Serenity dog collar like this one. So this has got 4 different colours. This particular collar is not adjustable, it's just got an O-ring and a clip. But I've also done one that is adjustable, well, semi-adjustable. It's got a little adjustable section there and it goes from narrow to wide. And I will just mention with this dog collar, I did get distracted a few times while I was making it, and so you can see that some of the braid got swapped over to the other side. So I do apologise that I didn't manage to keep that consistent. And because when you're just doing one colour, it's also a little bit harder to keep the colours, to keep the strands separate than it is when you've got the 4 different colours. Obviously, that's much easier to keep the strands separated. So I'll go ahead and show you how to make this collar. Okay, so to start off with, you want to take your main strand and you want to attach it with a cow's hitch to your O-ring, and then you're going to put your O-ring on one end of your jig or whatever you're using to hold your work in place. You're going to go up to where your clip is and you're going to put that cord down through your clip. Put that all through. Okay, and you'll bring those long strands into the centre. We'll just do one at a time. So bring that cord through the middle. Take it over. Okay, take it over the top of itself. Bring it back up through the clip, and then bring it back down through that loop there and tighten that up. So that gives you one cow hitch. You're going to do the same on the other side. Bring this strand through the middle and bring it out over the top of that strand. Bring it back up through the clip and then back down through that strand there. So then you've got both. I'll see if I can just show that. So you've got your outside strands and then your O-ring connection there. Okay, so first off, you just got to loosen off that knot a little bit. I should have mentioned that first, but I didn't, sorry. And you put it through your first colour. Just tighten that up. Then you put your second colour through the middle. I'm going to put one over the clip. Just do a cow's hitch with that. Then the next colour. Same thing. And then just loosen off your last cord and put your last colour through there. And then just tighten your main colour, like your core colour up. And then you're ready to start. Okay, so all your colours are just going to go out of the way for a second. And your core colour, so in my case my core colour is black, it's just going to come, so the right hand's going to come underneath, up through the middle and out the other side, and then the other strand is going to come up through the middle and out the opposite side. Okay. So your first colour, I'll just try to get that camera in so you can see a bit better. Okay, so your first colour is going to crisscross, okay, and then the right strand is going to go under that cross there and out to the right side. And then the other strand that crossed over, it's going to come underneath also and out to the same side. Okay, so that's what your crisscross looks like. I'll just move those out of the way so you can see a bit better. Okay, so then your next colour, okay, it's going to crisscross as well. And your left strand is going to go under and out the left side, and then your right colour is going to go underneath those middle strands and out to the right side. Oops. Okay, next colour, same thing. You're going to crisscross them. Right strand will come out the right side. Left strand goes over under and out the left side. Okay, and then the last colour, it's going to go to the, so these centre strands here, it's going to go over to the right side of that centre strand. Okay, so they're also going to crisscross. So this strand will come out to the left. And this, and the strand that's on the right side, it will come out to the right side of itself. So then you'll tighten up your black strands, and then you'll tighten up each of these strands that you've got here. Just try to keep that cross pattern. Okay, so just going to tighten up each one as you go. Tighten up your centre strands and just do each colour as many times as you need to get them nice and firm. Okay. Then your core strand's going to do the same thing, up through the middle, out to the opposite side, up through the middle, out to the opposite side. Okay, so I'm going left to right here. So again, we're going to crisscross those strands. The right strand will go up to the right hand side. The left strand will come up to the left hand side. Okay, and then you'll keep working left to right with all the colours. Okay, so my next colour is light purple. Okay, so I'm going to crisscross these. The other pink, the dark pink is going to also stay in the middle of these two strands here, or crisscross. And then the final pink colour is going to go outside the centre strand, crisscross them. Okay, so tighten up your back cords. Tighten up all your colours as you go. Just make sure that they are crisscrossed. Yep. I'll just go again. Each strand, make sure they're nice and firm, and tighten up my centre again. Okay, let's come through the middle and out to the opposite sides. Okay, so I'm back to my dark purple, so crisscross them. Okay, so there's a crisscross. Crisscross your dark pinks. Make sure you have enough room there to do the last one. Okay, crisscross. Okay, tighten up your core strands. Tighten up each colour as you go. Okay, you can see those patterns starting to come through with the crisscross there. So I'll just do a couple more of these. So you just keep going along with that until you get down to the end, and then you'll just cut and melt your strands. Okay, so I've got to the end of my collar and I'm about to finish off. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to get my black strands, just go down through the O-ring. Bring it around and just do another cow hitch onto that ring, just to give it a little bit more stability. Back up and then back down through that loop. And just do the same on the other side. Pull that around. And then you can just get your fids, actually the bigger size, and you can just attach that to your piece of paracord, and you can just keep weaving those pieces back through the other side, wherever you want, however many times you want to put those through. So I'm just going to go through the sides there. As much as I can. Side, just come through a couple of these strands. And you can just cut that and melt wherever you want to do it. If you want to do more times, you can. You can just do the same with all your strands. Attach them to a fid and then just put them through to the other side. Just roll that through so you can see. And again, just wherever you want to put those through to, just keep cutting, melting. And pulling the strands through until you're happy with where they are. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is attach your cord to your buckle. Just bring it around your buckle and make a cow hitch. And then what you want to do is just secure that with another cow hitch. So just get your cord, go up to the outside of the hitch you just made, bring it through the buckle and back down through the loop there, pull that through, pull all that cord through. That just gives it a little bit extra security on the buckle. And then you'll do the same on the other side, get the cord, put it up through the buckle again, and then just bring it down through that loop there, and just pull all that cord through. Now I need some kind of jig or some piece of wood with some nails in the end, whatever you've got. So you'll attach your buckle here, measure your cord along to where you want to start. When you're ready to start, you're going to put the right strand over the centre, left strand goes over that, around the back of everything, and up through the loop out the other side. And pull that just nice and firm. Then put the left strand across the centre, right strand goes over around the back of everything and up out the other side. Just pull that firm. Now just open up those loops. Okay, so once you've got your loops opened up, you can feed your colour up through one loop and down through the other loop and pull that through till you get to the halfway point of your cord. And then you can just tighten up those loops and you can put tension on your work, however you're doing it, if you've got nails and a piece of wood or a jig or whatever you've got, so you've got that tension there. Okay, so we're just going to start off with our sanctified for this first section of the dog collar, so we can make a little bit of it adjustable. So to do that, your right core or middle colour comes up through the centre and out to the opposite side. Same, the left side now comes up through the middle and out to the right hand side. Okay, so then your purple's going to come up through the middle and back out through that black loop on the same side that it came from. Same with the other purple, comes up through the middle and it's going to go out through the same side through that black loop. Okay, and now you're just going to attach your next piece of cord. Okay, so this is your other longer piece of cord, because we're going to need this to get us through the adjustable section. So I'm just going to attach that over those two centre black strands with a cow's hitch. Okay, then you can tighten up all of your work. Okay, just put that colour out of the way so that you don't get confused with what's what. Okay, so you do your sanctified pattern, so your black through the middle and out to the opposite. Same with the other black, up through the middle, out to the opposite side. Then you're going to bring the other strand up through the middle, out the same side. Same with the other one, up through the middle, out through that black loop, the same side that it came from. Okay, so with that other strand that's up the top here, This is going to be our centre strand just for our adjustable part. So you get your other centre strands and you're just going to bring them around the back. Separate those centre strands. Bring it back through the middle. So this is just creating that adjustable part of your collar. Okay, black strands up through the centre and out to the opposite sides. Do your sanctified pattern here. Your other bottom strand comes up through the middle, out through the loop on the same side, and then you'll bring down a piece of cord. It's going to go over your centre black strands, then around underneath them, and it'll come up through the middle. Okay, so you just keep doing that pattern until you finish with the adjustable part of your collar. And then once we get to the main part of the collar, we'll show you how to attach the rest and finish that off. Okay, so I finished doing the adjustable part of my collar. So now I'm going to start to add in the other cords. So there's a little bit of a transition here from, obviously we're going from narrow to quite wide. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring, okay, the part that we were using for the sanctified, we're going to bring these up through the middle. Okay, and so because there's such a big gap, because they've been on opposite sides, we're going to join the left strand with the left strand of the centre. Okay, so that will be one part. And we're going to join the right strand with the right strand of the centre, just so it helps with the transitioning not to be quite so drastic. Okay, so once you've got those kind of where you need them to be, then we're going to bring our black cords up through the centre, out to the opposite side. Same with the other one, up through the middle, out to the right side. Okay, so to start doing the middle, because we're adding two lots to the centre, I'm just going to start with the left side first. Okay, so I'm going to bring the left strand across to the right and the right strand across to the left. Okay, so that's going to come underneath and out to that side. Okay, and then the other strand is going to, okay, so it's crossed on the bottom, so it'll come underneath there and out to the right side of itself. Okay, and we're just going to keep those separate for a minute so that they don't get confused. Okay, so we just slide that over a little bit. Okay, and the same thing's going to happen here. So out of these two strands, we're going to bring the left strand over to the right, and we're going to cross the right strand over to the left, and that will come up through there. Okay, and then the strand that's on the right now, it will go underneath there and out to the right side. Okay, so just keep those separate so you know where they belong. And now we're going to attach our other two strands. So these two black loops here, we're going to attach. Okay, so we'll attach one strand to the left side just with the cow's hitch. And then we'll attach the last strand to the right side over those black cords with the cow's hitch. And then we'll tighten up the black strands, and we're going to tighten up the centre strands as well. Okay, and we want to make sure that the crisscross stays in place. So we'll just pull those tight there. And because this is just the first one, it's going to be just a little bit tricky. But once we get going, that pattern will come through quite nicely. Okay, just tighten up everything that we can for the time being. Okay, so from now on, we're just going to have the black strands coming up through the middle out to the opposite side, because we're not doing the sanctified anymore. We've joined those other cords onto each other, onto the black cords. Okay, so now with the ones that we attached before, we're going to crisscross these as well. Okay, so I'm trying to keep mine consistent. I'm going to put the left over first to the right, and then the right over the top of that to the left. Okay, so I'm ready for the D-ring. So I've just done my crisscross as normal, and this time I'm going to put my crisscross through the middle of the D-ring. Oops. Through the normal place where it would go. And this one's going to go, oops, sorry, I'm not sure you can see that, underneath and up as usual. Okay, and then the next one comes through. Underneath, just include the D-ring in your loops. Okay, so I'm almost at the end, and I'm just going to leave the centre strands. I'm not going to do any more centre strands, and I'm just going to go back to the basic sanctified just for this last little section of my collar. Okay, so then you can just get a fid and you can weave all your ends back through. You can poke these strands back through to the other side as well. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.